Traders, welcome back to another price action trading lesson. We're looking at S&P 500 and many futures. The time frame is 2000 tick chart. This black line is indicating the beginning of today's session. We started with bearish trend down that had a break. Two legs to a new extreme, and now we have one bottom, double bottom, triple bottom, bottoming pattern, followed by bullish push above EMA, and right now possible uptrend is developing. However, if I'm gonna start from the very new low here, you have a small break in new high. So I need a little bit more information to understand where the market is going. Locally, we have new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long, and this one is tempting second entry long at the EMA with a decent signal bar. We, however, have a small break in new high. Let's say I'm gonna possibly expect some stronger uptrend now. So how are we gonna identify there's a wider channel? We always look for two swings at the beginning of the move. So this is the beginning of the uptrend. We have one swing, second swing. If I'm going to connect these first two swings, you can see we're not really confirming this uptrend just yet. And that's a problem. Had there been some confirmation here, stronger wick here, so we can make it a little bit steeper and confirm this, you can consider. But because there's a chance there's a break in new high, it's a little bit too aggressive just yet. So I can't really take it because the first two swings don't really connect the third swing right here. However, you can see the push phase was established. And right now I have to look for some bigger uptrend because market keeps working higher. This looks very similar to what we had yesterday. Spike down, triple bottom, push above EMA. So I'm gonna connect these swings at the highs. So what right now is my objective as a trader? Well, we have bullish bias present. So I'm not thinking about selling. In fact, I am considering only long opportunities at the key entry point. And by the way, I also want to mention one more thing. The day was super slow. And the bars are getting smaller and smaller. The ATR is getting smaller and smaller. Today we've had one of the lowest ATRs we had in a long time. And in my video, how to identify the best chart for trading, I shared ATR guideline where you have to adjust your target profit based how the market is volatile. Now, most of the time, the market is going to be fast enough for 8 to 10 target profit. But today was so slow. It got so slow that you have to use 6 ticks or even possible 4 tick target profit, because if you traded today, the bars were small and it was just super slow. So market keeps working hard. So what I have to do right now, we have a new high. I'm going to connect the downtrend. We have a break and a new extreme. So this is a good sign that the downtrend played out. And we're about to get a second entry long. Now this signal bar is not good enough, but there's no second entry long just yet. There's no break above this bar high. And now we have great signal bar of multiple key entry points. Now there's one problem. We are right now going sideways a lot. This is quite a decent consolidation. We're still part of this mess. But because the two-legged pullback downtrend played out, you can consider second entry long. It is also multiple test. You are at the key entry point, second entry long, multiple test. It would be better if you have enough room to scalp before reaching these highs because you're part of this consolidation and the uptrend is not that strong. But you can definitely consider it. It was quick little scalp, barely. And market is now going way too sideways. And now we have another high low, which was tempting setup. But let's talk about this up right here. Right now, EMA is super flat and we're going sideways a lot. We're super stacked. And you have to ask yourself, hold on, why we didn't continue to work higher? And by the way, when I was watching this live, I had my channel a little bit tighter. So I was expecting break a new high. Either way, it doesn't really matter. You still use the same bullish rationale. You expect push phase to start. Why there is bearish triple test and we are not going higher? Why we reverse all the way down here? That's a problem. This can mean there's probably a stronger pullback on our hands. And because we got rejected on the triple test and we didn't continue to work higher, right now you have to be a little bit more careful. So I'm going to draw the downtrend working lower. When I was watching this live, I actually took this setup. I knew it was aggressive setup. But once I saw this big bearish bar reversal, I actually exited at break-even +1. Fortunately, it offered you opportunity, plenty of opportunities to exit. So I took a break-even +1 because it stalled. It's too congested. The edge is dissipating. We are part of this consolidation. So at this point, it was not a good trade to begin with. Fortunately, I got out at break-even +1. And now we have two-legged pullback down. So is anything changing from your analysis? It's not, because downtrend played out with the breaking low, brought two-legged pullback. The uptrend, according to trendline rules, still needs to get new high. We are still bullish and we traded up into this consolidation. This consolidation is a trading range. So you had to apply trading range rules. And what trading range rules tell us? buy low, sell high, paid breakout. So this right here is a failed breakout. Decent setup. Would have been better had the signal bar closed on its high, and shortly after you get a high-low confirmation of what? This failed breakout, visual 2 gap pullback, you expect new high. This is a great high probability setup. Unfortunately, I didn't take this setup because I just got out at break-even +1 out of this trade. So I don't really want to rush things. I want to have clear state of mind. So once I get out here, I didn't want to jump things. I didn't want to be too greedy or think I'm too smarter in the market. So I didn't take this setup, which is a shame, because had I been patient here, where this was way too aggressive setup, I would have just been laid back, watching this develop, and take the right setup when the downtrend played out. And there's a confirmation setup for a breakout, and you need to get new extreme. But as you know, it is always better to miss a trade than to take a losing trade. So no big deal. It's always better. I recommend it when you're not feeling it. Switching gears early is not easy things to do. Let's say in one moment you're thinking the market is going to go higher, another second you think it's going to go lower, and you're thinking about switching gears quickly. You have to be very careful, because switching gears quickly like this a lot of times means you're just emotional and you're going to be taking impulsive setups. So it's always better to be a little bit more patient. However, now we have a break and new high, and uptrend played out with the break and the new extreme. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark my break and the new high. So I expect right now correction or reversal, and this was very weak uptrend, plus we had long consolidation before reaching the new high. I'm not going to redraw another uptrend. We can do this when the trend is strong, that even the secondary leg may get another retest, but this was super slow and tiny trend. We're not expecting continuation. In fact, we expect price action to go back into this trend range. So what's going through your mind? You're thinking about failed second entry long, the reversal pattern. At this point, I even lowered the trend range to make it a little bit nicer. I'm thinking about new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long failure, something like this, reversal pattern below EMA, uptrend played out, back into trend range. That didn't happen, and market continues to work lower. And notice what market offered, we have overshoot. Now this lower high was pretty tempting, because the more sideways this is and the weaker the uptrend is, the higher the chance the lower high is going to work. But there's a tail at the bottom, it's still closing above EMA, we needed to see a little bit better bar. Now we have overshoot, 90 degrees spike down, so far from the EMA, breaking the trend channel line. This is oversold territory. You're at the low of the day where buyers can step into the market, and this is decent trade to go long for more advanced trader who understands that you're at the low of the day, you're far from the EMA, this is oversold territory, overshoot, and you can expect stronger pullback, because overshoot can lead to break of a trend line or possible reversal. So if you're still expecting new low for this downtrend, which is correct analysis at this point, you have to skip the very first second entry short, because after overshoot there can be stronger correction in the opposite direction, and you need something like lower high after second entry short to confirm, hold on, overshoot is dissipating, we're going to get new extreme. There was no second entry short at all, and because this retracement is so deep, 70%, 80% of this downtrend, I'm no longer expecting new low for the downtrend, because the reversal was so deep, so strong, and I expect second entry long to test the new high for this uptrend. So very common overshoot behavior, especially if you can combine it with some important key level, decent trade rate signal bar, but you have to be a little bit more advanced. Break, new extreme, there was only first entry long, I cannot take first entry long, and now all trends played out, no bias, I'm gonna be patient. Remember, we want everything to align, we're in the middle of trend range, no trend established, just be patient. And market is right now reversing all the way down here. If I'm gonna zoom back, I can see so much empty room at the top. We're not even making it to this resistance. This was the last attempt, it failed again around the middle of the trend range, massive spike down. So it's likely that the sellers are finally taking control over the market. What you have to do, you can't be thinking about buying, because we're going to connect these swings at the top. You have downtrend working lower. So we have downtrend working lower. And by the way, you can see now I'm not expecting overshoot. This is a good lesson, because here I had the nice geometrical structure of the downtrend where I get candles fitting from both sides and suddenly drop lower. Here I don't have any candles fitting, because it keeps moving lower, and there is no swing confirmation here. there are just no swings here to allow me to trust and anchor the bottom trend channel line. So for this reason, I can make it wider, but here I get swing here and it fits pretty well. So there is no overshoot. There was a second entry short, but problem is this second entry short is far from the EMA. I can't really take it. New low, first entry short, pullback, second entry short, far from the EMA. Really, we can't really justify this. The market keeps working lower. The trend line is getting a little bit confirmed. I can make it slightly steeper. Gonna redraw the correction. Now we have break, first entry short, pullback, second entry short. One rejection of the EMA, double rejection of the EMA, another second entry short. It would have been ideal had there been one tick break above this bullish bar, tick higher, rejection at the EMA, reversal down. But because the single bar is quite small, we expect new low following the trendline rule. I can mark it decent setup. Would have been ideal had there been one tick higher above the signal bar. Okay, FOMC news came out. There was almost some variation of a triple test, but the signal bar was horrible. Second entry short worked for a scalp. Now we have a break in new extreme, but this was quite a substantial push down. The downtrend is getting some momentum. So when I was watching this, I adapted to slightly wider channel because it fits quite well right here at the EMA. The bottom is decent. However, we have tiny overshoot. So I have to respect the short-term uptrend. I always have to respect the short-term uptrend. I cannot really go short as long as this uptrend is in place. So ideally, I would like to see break, new high, and then push below EMA, confirmation that the sellers are in the market and they're going to test the new low. You cannot randomly pick a top even though you expect new low. You have to wait your turn. You can never predict how many bars there's going to be working higher, getting the new extreme. So I cannot go long because the main push down, of course, was bearish. So main bias was bearish. You can see how EMA is rejecting every single time. Both attempted to get a new high, they failed, and now you're back below EMA and congestion formed. So we have congestion here. And this is interesting. This is a lower high breakout pullback, tiny breakout pullback. It's not significant, but there is breakout pullback pattern. And you can also consider it that this is visual first entry long like this, visual second entry long failure. So this is a lower high breakout pullback pattern. Great T1 single bar. We need to get new extreme. Decent setup. Can we get full second entry long? We can, and now we have full second entry long. There's going to be a break below this signal bar, but it is a doji and it is not the EMA, not even the tail is touching it, so it is too far down. Yes, it worked here, but next time it may not work, so we can't really take it. And downtrend played out with the break and the new extreme. So this means that I have to pause looking to sell. Okay, your break, new extreme. This was quite a decent downtrend, so I'm not thinking about reversal just yet because this is no tiny downtrend. This is quite significant downtrend, so we need some proven uptrend first before we're gonna start thinking about buying. You know, this is tempting second entry long. We have a second entry long here, but problem is, you know, this doesn't feel like a significant reversal just yet. What if there's some wider downtrend like this, spike candle channel? You can make a case for this. So it feels a little bit too early to take a second entry long. It worked, yes, in hindsight, but you know, we can't really mark setups in hindsight. We have to mark setups based on the rules. If you can make a valid judgment when you're watching this live. The body is also not the EMA. I don't really feel comfortable with this. There can be a wider channel. We gotta be patient. Break a new high. Push below EMA. So at this point, push down, push up, push down. EMA is no longer pointing down. It is starting to flatten. That's an indication we are probably entering some consolidation. So I'm going to redraw downtrend working lower. And at this point when I'm watching this, I really expect test of this downtrend. And I want to see second entry short at the EMA. But EMA cannot even offer a first entry short. In fact, we completely broke it. So we have to scratch that idea. We have a break in new high. We have some reversal to the upside, but there's a big chance we're going to go back into the trend range. Can we get a failed second entry long, new high, first entry long, pull back, second entry long failure? There is no failed second entry long. This one is too far down, and now market is about to close, and we had earnings towards the close. Decent price action today, quite a lot of momentum towards the close, but you can't really trade this late. Downtrend break in extreme. We started with a very slow price action, but it was textbook break to like a pullback, new extreme reversal, and then the downtrend started. I hope you had a good trading day. I'm gonna wrap it up, and I'm gonna talk to you next time. Good luck with your trading.